Welcome to Thursday morning. We are on our way to the Signpost Forest right now, which is pretty much just the Alcan Highway the whole way. Pretty easy to navigate. Still some breathtaking views. And lots of RVs today for some reason. Alright, we are leaving the Yukon Motel. They have everything you could ever want here as far as gas and food. I really enjoyed it. If you need to eat, I recommend you stop here. And I even bought me a souvenir. How about that? Not something I've been doing much on this trip. Well, here we are at the famous Signpost Forest. It's probably about all I'm going to video of it because I hear someone playing music in there and I don't need a copyright strike, but hey, you get the point. I was here. But I'm going to go take a quick tour. Yeah, don't piss off the bison. And the sign even warns you. Interesting. That's going to be home for the night. Well, 4:24 a.m. local time. Been up almost an hour. Say goodbye to the beautiful scenery. We'll get a lot of miles to do today, unfortunately. Today is Friday, the 20-something. I don't know, 21st, I think. And I need to be in Calgary tomorrow morning to get my oil changed, which is about 970 miles from where I'm at right now. And unfortunately, I'm going to do the vast majority of that today. It's going to be a long day. So who was that in front of me that just came to a stop? I'm assuming moose, just because of the signs back there. Or could it be elk? I have no idea. I'm in Fort St. John right now, coming to the end of the Alaska Highway, but I can't say I'm a fan of this smoke. This is terrible. Well, we're in famous Dawson Creek. Check out the rail car. Question is, where's the sign? I have no idea. Well, I thought I found a really cool lunch spot, but that diner back there was just way too busy. But we got the bike washed, and this roundabout is where the sign is. So you can see the sign over there. Why is this dude stopping? It amazes me how people don't understand how roundabout works. It's always a yield. It's not a stop sign. I guess I can't get there from here. Okay, this I gotta get on camera. That's frickin' awesome. That is frickin' awesome. It could only be better if there were a train up there. I am just a few miles east of Whiteport. Oh, that's all wood too. On Route 43. That is super awesome. Oh, morning, by the way. I am on my way to Calgary today to get the old jalape's oil changed. It's due. The kind folks there at Blackfoot, they are hooking me up again. I called them on Monday. They're going to squeeze me in today, which is Saturday, July 22nd, I think. If you're in the neighborhood and you need some work done, they have a lot of brands there. I don't know if they have them all, but they have a ton. I mean, all the major Japanese brands, if I remember right, KTM, BMW. Farmland Canada at its best. Scenery may not be the best, but that sunrise is awesome. I'm officially in Saskatchewan. Check that off the list. How you doing? We're coming into the town called Holland, and looky. I guess that's appropriate. That's good to meet. It's kind of funny. Something so common as corn that I am so used to seeing in the US. I just realized today is the first time I've seen corn since I left the US on July 2nd. I guess it's just not quite as common here in Canada as it is the US, which I guess it's really far north, so that kind of makes sense. But while I've got your attention and I'm almost at the US border, I would just like to say thank you, Canada, for all the hospitality, all the people they've given me, and all the different locations I've been. Whether you were driving a car or whether I met you in person, Canada, you've given me a great experience. I will be seeing you again, hopefully in the near future. Well, here we are in Warad or Warad, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but well, there's the sign. In Minnesota. Back in the USA. Today is Monday, July something. I don't know. I'll have to put something here on the screen, but I should be home tomorrow. At least that's my plan. And I'm pretty much, unless something really comes up other than the Mackinac Bridge, I do plan on filming that, because it's literally been 10 years ago this month since I was in this part of the country when my kid and I were on vacation. I am going out of my way to do the Mackinac Bridge again, and then just basically all interstate home from there. All right, next time I talk to you, we'll probably be on the bridge. Well, good morning to the last morning. It's Tuesday, July 25th, I do believe. This will be day 26 on the road here. I am in Michigan, back on, well, I was on East Coast time, now I'm not. So, evidently I'm doing something with the time zone, because a little bit ago I had the exact same time as East Coast time. Okay, that's weird. But today's main goal, we are just gonna cross the Mackinac Bridge for the second time ever, and then just set the cruise control and try to get home this evening. Well, speed limit's 45, and of course there's work on the bridge. There was 10 years ago when I was here, and the only lane open 10 years ago was the left lane, which is the graded side. And it looks like I'm going to have the same luck this time. The bridge over the Maumee River. Basically here in Toledo. So we made it back to Ohio. Lots of smoke in southern Michigan and here in Ohio still from the Canadian fires. That kind of sucks. Kind of hoping they'd be out by now. Oh, and here we have it. We're home. Try not to wreck it getting in the house now. Wouldn't that be funny? Make it to Alaska and back without wrecking it, and wreck it in your own freaking driveway. Alright. I'll close this video out tomorrow maybe. Alright, let's do a quick wrap up here. Sorry I'm doing it inside, but we have had such wicked rains. The mosquitoes are just too bad to be outside right now without being covered in bug spray. I'm just filming here in the spare bedroom that, as you can see behind me, is kind of painted in OSU colors. This used to be my daughter's room before she moved out. But I'm sure there's a few questions some of you are going to have, like the one I get even from my co-workers is like, what was the best part of the trip? All of it. I mean, other than just riding the interstate to make miles, there's no one point that I can say, oh my God, this was the best point. Or best part, I mean, it was just so incredible, the whole trip. If this is on your bucket list like it was mine, take the time, save the money, save the vacation, and just go do it. Don't say someday. Someday means never to me. How many miles did I do? That's another huge question I get. I'm not going to give you the exact, but I will post something here if you want to see exact. But basically, 10,700 miles is how many miles I did on the trip. And yes, I did them all on my brand new 2023 BMW R1250 GSA. You want to get really technical. And I did the entire trip on one set of Dunlop Mission tires. Yeah, one set. They were pretty well shot when I got home because of a lot of the initial interstate miles, and then the last few days was nothing but just make miles. How fast can we get somewhere? They were pretty well flat spotted and wore out when I got home. So they had about almost exactly 11,000 miles on them when I took them off and put a new set on just a few weeks ago. As far as a few weeks ago, today is September 10th, so I've been home a while. I've been dragging my feet getting around to doing this closeout. But one thing I do have for you here is I have expenses, and I think I did a pretty good job of keeping track of everything I spent, whether it was cash, credit card, everything has been converted to American dollars. And what I did, let me get out of this, is I found this app called TripCoin, completely free. I just did a Google search, found it, downloaded it, thought I'd give it a shot. And the way it works is you can just basically, let me scroll down here. I doubt this will show up. Maybe I can zoom in, but just by day, I can put in my expenses on how much I spent for gas or food or anything like that. And it's just anything. I counted anything for food, whether it be an actual meal or just stopping and buying a candy bar and a bottle of water. That's food to me. I didn't try to get crazy specific on, hey, it was a snack or it was a drink or it was an ice cream cone. If you could eat it or drink it, I pretty much just called it as food. Souvenirs and things, I just classified as miscellaneous for the most part because I really didn't buy any. But for example, on day one, which was 6/30/23, June 30th that is, I spent $188.62 total for the day. Now let me get back over here to statistics and total per category. Now your mileage may vary because you may want to camp a whole bunch. I only camped once and that was out of sheer necessity. I just got to the point, the temperatures were cool enough. I didn't want to have to camp. I would rather just go to a hotel room, have a bed, have a shower. I know, it's the whole adventure bike thing. You have to camp. No, you don't. It's what you prefer to do. So my most expensive part of the entire trip was, in fact, lodging. According to my app, I spent $3,858.70 just for lodging. Yeah, that was the majority of my budget. That being said, you can make this trip way cheaper than me if you don't do much in the way of lodging. I spent $1,311.29 on gas. Now, maintenance items, I did need to buy some oil and filter. I had to do that twice on the trip. That was an expensive one. Actually, I bought 3 things of oil that I didn't use because I ended up not having to do the oil on the road. But I spent $1,079.92 on maintenance items. I spent $987.62 on food. Miscellaneous, which like I said is kind of souvenir type stuff, $251.95. Activities, which is a couple of tour things that I did, which is mainly just the Prudhoe Bay trip. I mean, let's be real, that's where this whole cost comes from. $76.32. I spent $34.94 on toll roads. And uncategorized, $15.40, which means I put it in here, but I forgot to put a category on it. I'm going to guess it was probably fuel. And I know this number's off a little bit, but I have $8 for laundry. It was probably more like 15 or 20. I know I forgot to put in one laundry, but that means buying the soap, buying, just running the washer and dryer. All totaled, let me go back here. Where was it? Okay, I'm back. I found it. All totaled, I spent $7,624.13 US. Again, almost $4,000 of that was hotels, so you could do the trip way, way cheaper if that's what you choose to do. All right, in closing, this is a trip of a lifetime. The views were incredible. The people were incredible. Just the wide openness of the western part of Canada was incredible. I know, I keep using incredible, but it was. Again, if it's on your bucket list, just find a way to save the money, find a way to make the time, and go. It was an awesome, awesome trip, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat if I didn't have other plans for other big trips. All right, thank you for watching my series. You're going to get 2 versions of this. You're going to get the really short, condensed version, which I'm already started releasing. And then I'm going to have these really, really long versions that are mostly for family, but I'm going to publish them once all the short versions are out. This recap will be part of both versions. If you haven't, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, bell button, you know what to do. Comment below. I try to answer all the questions. Sometimes I get to them right away. Sometimes I miss them for a couple of weeks, but I'm a small enough channel. I answer everybody, even if it's just a, hey, thanks for the compliment. All right, thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video. I appreciate it.